The following is a special hometown football presentation sponsored by Shatkin Dental, Aesthetic Associates Center, and their sponsors. It's the Shatkin First Down pregame show, presented by Northtown Automotive, with your host, Rich Gaenzler, featuring Jared Shatkin, and our special guest, Buffalo Bills alum, Darryl Talley. Now, from Sorrentino's in Williamsville, here's your host, Rich Gaenzler.
Welcome to the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show from Sorrentino's on Main Street in Williamsville. Want to welcome our viewers at WBBZ, WUTV, and WNYO to the program. Thanks for joining us on the special New Year's and birthday edition. My partner, Jared Shatkin, who's live with us here at Sorrentino's. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm turning 28 today, getting up there, almost 30. Man. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
We're talking off mic and we're thinking, man, we could be brothers. Not really. I'm like almost twice his age. So, okay, I'm your son, whatever. Far from that. Anyway, we're here to talk, obviously, about the Patriot game. We're going to talk about the Panther game as well. We're brought to you by Northtown Automotive and Aesthetics Associates. And, of course, we're going to do a lot more. We're going to have a special Bills guest for you. We got the huddle all lined up with members of the Mafia. Going to do some Tino's Dough with some trivia questions, Bills, Falcons, and a whole lot more. But, Jared, as we always do, let's start off with the Pats game and the Pats game, if you will. And let's start off with Josh. I mean, my gosh, what a game he played. He played gold jacket football. He's 25. And I'll tell you what, man, if he plays 15 more years till he's 40, I'm going to put my life savings on it that he's got a Lombardi trophy before he's done. He's that good.
I mean, we said a couple weeks ago, I said, if we play well against Tampa, let's start the DVD for the championship. And if Josh can play like that every week, I mean, I don't want to get too far, but the Super Bowl is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, Josh is the only quarterback in history, 100 touchdown passes, 20 rushing touchdowns in his first 4 years in football. This is epic stuff we're watching here, Bills fans. And by the way, the first team to win back-to-back games in Foxborough in consecutive seasons since 05-06 when the Colts did it, and the first team to win in back-to-back seasons by double digits since 95-96 when the Broncos did it. That's what the Bills did against New England this past week. Pretty remarkable. How about Brian Daboll? Man, what a game he called in terms of letting Josh be running and on the outside, whether it was run plays themselves, whether it was him getting out of the edge and throwing. I mean, talk about Daboll, who's been under fire a lot this year.
I mean, how about the first team that didn't punt against a Bill Belichick run football team? You saw Matt Hack and Josh Allen take that picture at the end of the game to give him some appreciation. But the way Brian Daboll called that game was just classic 2020 Buffalo Bills football to me. I think Isaiah McKenzie is a great weapon in this offense because you have to know where he is every time he's on the field, and it was opening up the pass game and the run game a lot. And we sprinkled in the run just enough to be able to pause those second linebackers and go over the top to McKenzie, go over the top to Diggs. It was a beautifully run game plan.
And of course, obviously, fourth down is huge in this game. The Bills 3 for 4. And think about it. Of the 4 fourth downs they went for it, 3 of the 4 ended up being touchdowns in terms of the end of the drives or a play itself. And the fourth one, Sanders dropped the ball. Tough catch, a little bit behind him, but he should have had it. So impressive, not only going for it on those fourth downs, but converting on most of them.
I mean, and even on that fourth down, you run that play. Yes, it probably should have been a touchdown, but they're at the 1 yard line. They pump the ball off. We go back and we score, and we're up 17-7 again. So, I mean, that really just shows the aggressive game plan to me is what beat the Patriots this week because our defense was having trouble stopping the run, and they were kind of doing what they wanted at the end of the game. But we just kept the pedal to the metal offensively, and we were able to keep control of this game.
Yeah, it's weird because I felt like, and I think you did too, I felt the Bills dominated this game. But it was a 5-point game late in the game.
I mean, yeah, I was nervous at the end there on 4th and 1 when Josh made that Superman play. You know, I was like, if we give the ball back to the Patriots here, they're kind of on a roll right now. But luckily we got Superman out there, and he made that 4th and 1 play, and we went down and iced the game.
Yes, I mean, this is a stat-loaded conversation. The Patriots were 0 for 10 on third down. That's really remarkable. Credit to the defense. And the Bills' O-line, back to the offense, 0 sacks given up. To a pretty good sack team that Judon was added to this year.
Absolutely. I mean, look at Deion Dawkins coming off the COVID list. You didn't know how he was going to be. He was an emergency play, and look at him out there playing Pro Bowl football. Just like he made the Pro Bowl. Maybe it was a little controversial, but if you watch this week, he probably deserved to make the Pro Bowl.
And you wonder if the Pro Bowl was somewhere, consciously or not, in the background of those 9 Pro Bowl alternates going into this game, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of snubs on this team, and I think it was just the perfect thing to fire us up right before we go to New England.
Yeah, and I think that's a key, too, because going forward, the Bills are going to have to match what they did. Intensity, and also physicality going forward against Atlanta and the Jets. And here's why I say this. The Bills, on their second game against the Dolphins and their game against the Jets as well, their first game against the Jets, they won those games, obviously, right?
Yeah.
They lost the next games. The one game they lost to the Colts badly. The other game they lost to Jacksonville.
Yep.
Patriots win. Atlanta. I think everyone is saying, no-brainer, piece of cake. Atlanta and the Jets are easy for the Bills, but they have to try and get that same intensity that they had against the Patriots home against Atlanta this weekend.
I don't see it having a letdown game because I feel like right now they're just some sort of roll that we're on. Feels like last year where, there never was a letdown game, but we'll see what happens. It's always possible in the NFL. These people get paid millions of dollars as well.
All right, Jared, stay right there. Coming up in the final segment, we're going to bring you back in and we're going to talk about the Falcons game on Sunday, which, listen, I mean, this game and the Jet game are must-wins because they control their own destiny going out to the Bills. So we'll talk about that coming up. Next up, a special Bills guest. The Huddle's here, members of the Mafia. We're going to do some Tino's Dough with Sorrentino's gift cards to give away with some Bills Falcons trivia as well. All coming up right here on the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show.
Finding the perfect used car can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Northtown, we make it simple with a focus on certified pre-owned. When you see the certified symbol from the official vehicle manufacturer, you know the vehicle has passed a rigorous inspection and comes with extra benefits like a manufacturer warranty and roadside assistance. To find the best value and peace of mind, head to Northtown. Northtown Certified Vehicles. An official partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Shatkin here with Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas.
My family and I have been coming to Dr. Shatkin's dental office for years. The office is beautiful and the staff is outstanding.
Thanks, Thurman. It's been an honor for me to take care of you and your family.
For a Hall of Fame smile, go where the pros go. Dr. Todd Shatkin at the Aesthetic Associates Center.
Call today for a free consultation, 839-1700.
Your kitchen is the heart of your home, so make it what you've always wanted.
Empire Granite Marble Quartz has everything you need to start your kitchen countertop makeover, all within your budget. Offering 24 months, 0% financing for a limited time. Empire has the largest indoor full slab showroom in Western New York, so visit the showroom today.
Make your dreams a reality with luxury you can afford.
All right, welcome back to the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show, joined by Spider-Man, Wall of Famer, recently jersey and number retiree at West Virginia, talking about Darryl Talley. How are you, man? Great to see you.
Doing well myself. Just hanging out here in Orlando, enjoying it right now, watching my dog go to the bathroom, waiting on him to come back.
I'm sure a lot of people have asked you this question, and I've never had the opportunity to, and maybe there isn't one. But what for you, first thing that comes to mind, most significant football accomplishment for you?
I would have to say it was the very first Super Bowl in which I played in. Our country was at war, and that was it. And we were the only show in town, and everybody was watching us. And the other one was having my number retired at West Virginia University. I mean, because let's put it this way, I had to have done something right for me just to be only the fourth person up there on that wall. So, I feel very honored to have that done.
And let's be honest, forget about, the end result of that first Super Bowl, arguably the greatest Super Bowl ever played, arguably. So that's meaningful for sure. Let's fast forward to the current Bills. I know you keep tabs on them. And it's interesting because you are not that much, you and Tremaine Edmonds, I'm just going to throw this out there. You and Tremaine Edmonds are almost the same size. You might have 10 pounds on you, maybe, from what your playing weight was, or maybe a little bit more, but not much.
No.
He has been critiqued a little bit in the Bills run defense for, at times overrunning plays, especially the more noticeable long
touchdown runs we've seen in the Tennessee and Indianapolis and the first Patriot games. How would you mentor him? Like, what would be some of the things you talk to him about? He's such a young kid still at, 21 or 2. What would you tell him?
Main first thing I tell him is that first thing he does, he has to learn to engage and disengage. And that's, using his hands. Use his hands better than what he's doing. And use his eyes and doesn't have to run as fast as he does most of the time. But when he does have to go, he's got to step on the gas pedal. And I've seen a couple of times where I've been in the same situation he was in. It's like the one where the receiver came all the way from the other side of the field, and he was the last man in that zone and had to carry him. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt if nobody hits that guy. Nobody hits him. He's got a running start. You got to get on your horse and go.
They have been, Darryl, relatively inconsistent. I think that's a fair word to use. Have the Bills, the middle of the season was win-loss, 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 win-loss. They put 2 together now with their wins over Carolina and the Patriots, and they have games ahead that they arguably should win on paper. They're better than the Falcons and the Jets, but because of their inconsistency, I know some people are a little concerned about what they're going to see on Sunday. How do they not make that mistake of going back after a very emotional, very hard-fought win, a very important win in New England, and regressing a little bit, maybe playing down to their opponent in Atlanta?
They don't have to do that. What they need to remember is this: simple. They get paid to play too, and they are not just going to roll their helmets out on the field, because they have to play for self-respect, dignity, and their pride. Don't forget, these guys are playing at a high level themselves. So it's not going to be just roll the ball out. No, that's not going to happen.
Who do you like in this game? Well, go ahead. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Who do I have? I don't have any other choices. That's it.
Well, I mean,
I'm the home team guy.
You did play in Atlanta for a second, literally.
Like I said, I'm the home team guy. I picked.
I knew where your allegiance was. I was just pushing your buttons a little bit, but I'm glad to hear what your answer was. It was right. Hey man, great to see you. You look awesome. And hopefully we'll catch up soon. And I'm assuming that maybe a playoff game's in store for you in person if there is one in Buffalo. I mean, it looks like there's going to be one if things continue. So hopefully we'll see you in person soon. But in the interim, thanks so much for doing this, man. We really appreciate it. And Happy New Year's to you.
Not a problem. Happy New Year's to you as well. Hey, and like I said, look forward to seeing you in the playoffs.
Absolutely, man. There's Spider-Man, Darryl Talley. More coming up on the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show.
On sirloin, on filet, on ribeye and away. A gift certificate in every stocking, a steak under every tree. Oh. And I heard him exclaim, as the sleigh up did soar. Merry Christmas to all from Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Finding the perfect used car can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Northtown, we make it simple with a focus on certified pre-owned. When you see the certified symbol from the official vehicle manufacturer, you know the vehicle has passed a rigorous inspection and comes with extra benefits like a manufacturer warranty and roadside assistance. To find the best value and peace of mind, head to Northtown. Northtown Certified Vehicles. An official partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show. Main Street, Sorrentinos, Williamsville, joined by members of the Mafia here in the huddle. Let's introduce you to them, and then we're going to talk a little bit about them and about the Bills and the Falcons, do some trivia with Tino Esdo as part of our 2-minute drill. Mike Jasper's to my left, and Mike is a former Bill, and I did some radio for the Bills back in the day, and you were here, and I was doing radio at the same time, and when you were drafted by the Bills back in, 2011, right?
Yes, sir.
You were next to Mike Williams, the biggest human being I had ever seen and been around. When you played for the Bills, height and weight, real quick.
Oh, 6'5", 375.
6'5", 375. Folks, I maintain he would be the biggest person you would have ever seen, too, probably. You're coaching college football now, right, down in Tennessee?
Yep, down at Bethel University in McKenzie, Tennessee.
And you're representing?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Well done. And I know you've recruited up here in Western New York as well after playing here for a long time. And I know you have some family here too.
Yeah, I got family in North Tonawanda, so it was only appropriate to come back, get some of that Western New York football down south.
And I know you recruited this guy, Sam, who we'll get to in a second, who's become a regular. In fact, he gets here before everybody else when we do the show. And Sam, we'll get to you in a second. John DeShulos here from WBBZ, who's responsible for us actually being on television. John, thank you for that. We appreciate you. You're a Buffalo Broadcast Hall of Famer, worthy of it, obviously, a long time in Buffalo, Channel 7, at WBBZ now for a long time. Thanks for being part of the huddle today.
I appreciate it, Rich. It's great to see you in the hosting chair. And I will say, I'm a fan, but know as little about football as you could possibly imagine. So when it comes to the 2-minute drill, you guys are going to be up for it. Unless the question is about Gilligan's Island, I'm out.
Or Gunsmoke. Vic's back. How are you, Vic?
I'm doing very well.
Now, Vic, I understand you wanted to call out one of the past huddle members from maybe a week ago's show.
A friend of mine, Bob, who we refer to as Fredo, called out the Bills last week on TV. And he said that McDermott was going to get schooled by Belichick, and that New England was going to win 16-0. Neither happened. Hello, Bob.
That was pretty simple and well done. Speaking of Bob, here's Bob, first timer.
Fredo Bob.
No, not the Fredo Bob, the good Bob. Welcome to the show, man. How are you?
I'm great.
Good to see you. And Sam, of course, we mentioned. So let's get into some conversation about the game. Boy, so much to talk about. Bob, I'll start with you. Why not? You're a first timer.
Yeah, well, I expected the win in my little group chat with the guys. I had a couple negative Nellies there who were, they're done. And, 3 of us felt that the Bills would come back. I thought that the game in Buffalo did not play into what the Bills do best. And I felt if there was regular weather, the Bills would come up on top because they're the better team.
Yeah, they are the better team, clearly, and they used the pass to set up the run. I mean, they did what they do. And I think that's been, Mike, the frustrating thing for Bills fans is watching them kind of go away from what they did so well a year ago, making it to the AFC Championship. Now it seems like they're finally figuring out what they do well and implementing that in their game plan week to week.
Absolutely. I think it was great seeing that game plan come to fruition this week. Obviously, the home game in Buffalo, we'd love to see our advantage. The weather should have been to our advantage, and it wasn't. But I think the game plan by Dabo and McDermott being so aggressive yesterday was great to see. And I think they're clicking at the right time.
Yeah, Vic, let me go to you on that. They went for it on 4th down 4 times, right? I mean, when was the last time the Bills went for it on 4th down 4 times in any game? It's very rare. And every one of those 4th downs they went for ideally ended up, but obviously the one with Sanders dropping in the end zone, but all the other ones ended up being scores. Really, really, really good play calling from Brian Daboll. So what is your now confidence level in the OC?
I've had confidence. I have even more now, but I had confidence to begin with. And I think he's calling a great game all season. A couple little flukes here and there, but for the most part, he's been on spot.
Yeah, and Sam, for you, this is a difficult question because I know he's got a lot of fans out there, but we saw, and a lot of people are calling that the Isaiah McKenzie game. What a game he had. Has Cole Beasley played his last game as a Bill?
I don't think he's played his last game because I think he'll be back this year, but definitely he definitely could have been out of a job yesterday. And I love Cole Beasley, but I think what Isaiah McKenzie can do for you after the catch is so much different than what Cole's been able to do. But I think why not play them both at some points on the field? We can go 4 wide, and it's a tough question, and we'll have to see. But it does feel good on Monday morning to be in the driver's seat of the AFC East.
Yeah, we talk about Isaiah McKenzie and Daboll, 2 guys who have been kind of under fire for the last month and a half for the Bills, and they came out and worked great against the Patriots. So let's get to now this portion of the huddle where we get a score prediction from you guys for this game. Mike, what do you think? Bills-Falcons.
Bills-Falcons, man. It's going to be tough. I think we win by at least 2 or 3 scores.
Nice. Okay, John?
I'm going to say the Bills. I'm not going to give a score, but I just say the Bills will win. I will say this, and Mike, you got to maybe go with this. When the Bills got the first touchdown in the game against Patriots, don't you think that added the momentum to kind of give them that confidence to move forward?
I think it added a ton of pressure because I don't think Jones can really throw the ball. So once we had the score and we were able to keep that momentum, and then the defense stepped up and were able to stop some of the still a little shaky against the run. I'd like to see a little bit more downhill play out of our linebackers. But once we had the momentum and the lead, I think we held on to it. I think that was huge for us.
All right, so two non-predictors in terms of scores. Vic, what about you?
I'm going to take the Bills 16-0.
Why not? Another shout out at Bob. Bob? The other Bob?
Yeah, I'm not big on predictions, but let's say 27-13 Buffalo.
Okay, and Sam?
I'm gonna go 35-14.
Okay, big win for the Bills. And I'll give you my prediction coming up in the next segment. Time for the 2-minute drill. And time to win Tino's dough. Here we go. Trivia questions. You guys, everybody participate. If you think you know the answer, shout it out. For $10 in Tino's dough, here's your first question. This Hall of Fame Falcon defensive back had 3 career kick returns for touchdowns. One came in Buffalo in 1992. Who am I talking about?
Jeez. I was going to say Deion, but that's...
Stay there. Go with it. Go with it.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that's right. It was Deion Sanders. He did play for the Falcons. Also, of course, played for the 49ers and Cowboys. That's correct, for $10. For $25, the Bills won the last meeting between the Bills and Falcons in 2017, powered by this rookie and future Pro Bowler's 52-yard fumble return for a touchdown. It's his only career touchdown to date. He was a rookie in 2017. Who was it? Wow. Think about that class.
Was it Trey White?
It was Trey White, Sam. Well done for $25. Now for $50. Nearly 20 years ago to the day in Atlanta, the Bills tied the game at 30 with 48 seconds left in regulation on a touchdown pass from this quarterback to Eric Moulds. This quarterback, who you're going to tell me is the current Cleveland Browns offensive coordinator and a former Buffalo Bills broadcaster.
Alex Van Pelt.
Alex Van Pelt for $50, Bob. Well done. Yes, the Pillsbury Doughboy is absolutely right. Guys, members of the Mafia, great to see everyone. Happy New Year to all of you. And thanks once again for being part of the huddle. All right, we continue next. We're going to bring Jared back in. We're going to talk about the Bills and the Falcons when we return here to Sorrentino's on Main Street in Williamsville. It's the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show.
I am so happy with my experience that I had at I Smile Spas today. Got my teeth professionally whitened. I have months of results in less than an hour. No pain, seriously, not even a sting. They're not sensitive. You leave with a kit to continue your whitening. Absolutely incredible. I'm so happy I ever did this. I can't stop smiling.
Western New York. Smile again with confidence. Call 43-SMILE today.
Family is the most important to us above everything else. 34 Group is a general construction company.
We had a part in rebuilding the community. We choose Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York because they are reliable.
It's just great coverage, and we have a great relationship with the folks at Highmark. We want our legacy to just be that we were good people that loved our community.
It is definitely a love affair, I can tell you that right now.
Finding the perfect used car can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Northtown, we make it simple with a focus on certified pre-owned. When you see the certified symbol from the official vehicle manufacturer, you know the vehicle has passed a rigorous inspection and comes with extra benefits like a manufacturer warranty and roadside assistance. To find the best value and peace of mind, head to Northtown. Northtown Certified Vehicles. An official partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Shatkin with this week's injury report. Great win last week, Bills. It was huge. It amazes me that with the speed of this game and watching those big hits during the game, that our list of injuries isn't longer. The offensive line took a hit this past week when guard Ike Botker suffered a season-ending Achilles tendon injury. The other linemen stepped up in their play, and Josh did not suffer a single sack the entire game. Great job, team. COVID will continue to keep players off the field, but the time frame that they need to be out has been shortened from 10 days to 5 days if they're symptom-free. This past Tuesday, there were over 160 NFL players that were sidelined because of COVID. Cornerback Cam Lewis was added to the list on Tuesday, and the list may grow by game day. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of wearing an N95 mask. Not only are our N95 masks lab rated at 99% filtration, but they are made right here in Buffalo. Call 43-SMILE today to get yours, or you can come right up to 2500 Kensington Avenue to pick them up, or we can ship them to you. You can also log on to shatkinmasks.com to place your order. Together, we can reduce the transmission of this virus. It's another big game this week against the Falcons. Let's go Buffalo and let's go Bills Mafia. Back to you, Rich and Jared.
Welcome back to the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show. Rich Gaenzler, Jared Shatkin. You know, we just did the injury report, but gosh, with COVID, I mean, things are changing by the hour. So there's a good chance that even since we had the injury report, something may have changed. So just beware and hit up your phones and your Google and your Twitter and keep updated there, because with COVID, man, it's been such a problem with rosters all over the NFL, man.
Absolutely. I mean, COVID is really taking a toll on us right now. That new variant is definitely getting into the NFL, and you could just only hope that these guys stay healthy, not just so you can make a run at the playoffs, but so these guys can stay healthy for their long-term life.
For sure. Bills and Falcons obviously this weekend, and I think everybody thinks the Bills are going to win this game, no problem. But the Falcons are 7-8. They're playing for their playoff lives, right? I am not a psychologist, psychiatrist, whichever one is fitting for this idea. But if I'm Sean McDermott, I'm putting Jacksonville 9-6 all over the locker room.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a spot for a letdown game for the Buffalo Bills, but the way they've been playing right now, to me, it seems like they're on a roll. I don't see it happening, but it definitely is a possibility, and it's one of those things you have to keep in the back of your mind if you're a Bills player, that you have to prepare just as hard for this game as you did for the New England game.
Well, you mentioned the Denver game last year, which was a game we thought was or could have been like the Atlanta game, and the Bills blew them out by 30-plus points, right?
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. That's how it feels the Bills are playing recently. That type of, doesn't really matter who's in the way. You play your best football. And last year they played the Broncos on my birthday, and I was going into it, I'm like, I hope they don't have a letdown game, and they didn't. They won the division that day, and you know, I kind of think that's the type of team we're seeing right now.
That's good to know. Falcons are 5-3 on the road, by the way, and 7-2 in one-possession games. Important to know. That means Bills, don't let them stick around. Big lead, hold that big lead, win big.
I mean, and we've got some crazy stats on our wins this year. I think all of them are by over 7 points. So, yeah, hopefully you don't let them stick around. And if we're going to win, I don't see it happening anyways.
Yeah, lots of common opponents between these two teams. Tampa Bay beat them combined 78-42. The Bills beat the Dolphins and the Saints, obviously. The Falcons beat each of them by 2. The Bills beat them by a combined 75 points. So you see where the common opponents play out here. The Bills are the better team, clearly. Matt Ryan, a down year, 19 touches, 11 interceptions. And on the flip side, the Bills' defense have only allowed 11 touchdowns and have 19 picks. So advantage Bills defensively, you'd think.
Yeah, absolutely advantage Bills defensively. But you have to watch Cordarrelle Patterson. He's a great player as a wide receiver and a running back. You have to watch Mike Davis. He's been coming on strong slightly. So, you know, you definitely have to have your keys on a couple of these big-time players on the Falcons. And if they do that, I think we're going to have a good day.
Not much pass rush from the Falcons, 16 sacks total on the year. They only have 9 picks on the year defensively on their back end. All right, score prediction for you.
My score prediction is 27-10 Buffalo.
27-10. I'll go the Bills, and I got beat up pretty badly for picking the Patriots last week. So I'm going to take the Bills heavily. I like the Bills 34-9 in this game. Great to see you. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Rich. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks for joining us on WBBZ, WUTV, and WNYO. Thanks to Sorrentinos here in Williamsville. Thanks to our huddle members. Thanks to our Bills special guest as well. Thanks to Northtown Automotive and also Aesthetic Associates for being a part of our program, too. Thank you for watching. Go Bills. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you next week on the Shatkin First Down Buffalo pregame show.
If you would like to be a participant in the Shatkin First Down Huddle, email Mark Aarons at maarons@shatkinfirst.com. This has been a production of the Shatkin Sports Network.